what happens if I turn it around. Here I am. Okay, I did say that I was going to address taste and smell, and that's for you, Jocelyn. But you're not the only person. I know other people that are getting it since you did. Um, and apparently, it's quite common. Very common, in fact. So I'm going to address that tonight, but probably other things too. When I get going, things come to me. Um, I'm not. I'm going to say I'm not sure that's a good thing. So anyway, we're going to start out. By the way, I think we're all very happy that there's a vaccine out there. I'm going to start with with COVID. I sometimes forget COVID. Hugs. Bless you. Bless you. Bless you. Oh my glory. I really do think of COVID. Well, it's alive. We know that. Reiki to you. It's a soul I feel sorry for. Which is sort of, I don't know what you think of that. So anyway, I'm going to be sending Reiki to the first responders. We're going to be doing that for a while. We have the vaccine, but it's going to be a while before we don't have to do this anymore. So I'm going to start with the first responders and you know, my, what do you call it here, my computer. So I'm going to start with, okay, I'm going to put everybody in this hand, and I'm going to send Reiki to them. If my head starts to jerk and gets ridiculous, I'm going to turn you around toward the to the windows. But I think I like to start out being me to start out with. I'm welcome everybody anyway. Okay, all right. So here we go. I'm going to be sending to the first responders, which means the doctors and nurses and nurse practitioners and all those other people that work in hospitals, and that includes the people that wash the floors and scrub the toilets and feed the food to people and handle all the stuff that's handled. We know that everybody in hospitals are at risk, and thank heavens for the vaccine, because they're the first people that will be getting them, and I'm awfully glad about that. They certainly do need them. And so then I'm going to go and I'm going to send Reiki to the people that have the virus, that have had the virus and are still suffering from the side effects or the after effects. There goes Naham. Sorry about the head business. Okay, and then I'm going to send to the relatives, the mothers and fathers and brothers and sisters and aunts and uncles, cousins. I don't mean to leave anybody out, but anyway, then I'm going to go. The neighbors are all, they don't like to see you get sick. And they probably worry about themselves if you're sick. Okay. So that's it. I'm sending to them first. I feel like that's the first thing I need to do. And sometimes in the day I'll forget. I'll say during the week I'll say I got to do this and that, and then I forget to write it down. Okay, we're going to go for the taste and smell. And I'm going to do that right now, just to sort of get it out of the way. We all do understand that all of these things that are happening to us is happening on the physical level. And so therefore we are in the field of fear, and being that we're in the field of fear, we're going to have a lot of emotions go along with it. We're going to be, if you're sick, if you've been sick, if you don't have any taste or smell, you're going to resent somebody. You're going to, and if you don't do that, you're just going to have, because you're sick, you're going to have a lot of mental and emotional issues, negative ones, okay? And so that's why we always have to get rid of the negative emotions first. And I've been studying this whole thing about these, the resentment, the hate, the anger, all of those things, and I've been trying to figure out, they're what create these negative emotions. and I don't know if you call them conditions or what you call them, to tell you the truth. I actually was trying to look that up today. Oh, Helen. Somebody, Isabel mentioned me. I got to see if I can get this volume down. I've tried to turn the volume down before, and I've turned off the computer completely. I hit the wrong button. Okay, so I don't want to hear that going ding ding. So that's something I can't impress on you enough, that we have those two worlds, the worlds of love and the world of fear. And that world of fear is where everything is going on. Where all of the, but that's where we came here to live there, and that is where we learn our lessons. We go there, we experience life, and it's, as Joseph Campbell will say, it's an opera, only it hurts. We don't want to miss what's going to don't want to miss that life. Don't run away from it, but we can experience it from the world of love. We can, if we are in the world of love, we are just always in that mode where we can deal with things in a spiritual way. It's hard for me to get that over. I know it is, but I'm trying anyway. So, okay. Now what we're going to do, I'm going to turn you around to my Christmas tree. Going to change the music, by the way. We're doing the meditation. I'm going to try to get you in a good place, okay? I want you to relax, find yourself in a nice, comfortable place. Take a deep breath. Relax. I want you to feel your feet. How heavy your feet are. The weight of them. Put your mind right there. Feel your calves. We're going up your body. The weight of your calves on the surface you're on. You're occupying. Your thighs. I want you to breathe. Relax. Go into your buttocks. Your back. Your shoulders. Your arms. Your head. Your whole body should be relaxed. Now I'm going to start with releasing the negative emotions. Starting with fear. This is the field of fear, the world of fear. Grief. Anger. I'm pulling this all up from your crown. Depression. Helplessness. Feeling less than. Discord. hate. That's poison, you know, hate and anger, they're poison. They bring up all those negative emotions. Okay, we're going for limitations. Loneliness. Anxiety. Worry. Stress. Hopelessness. Now I am sweeping them all off into the psychic garbage can. And now I am filling that into your crown with positive emotions. I'm sending you courage and fearlessness. Joy. Fun and laughter. Power. Abundance. Harmony. Clarity. Love. Possibilities. Knowledge. Friendships. Calmness. Wisdom. Confidence. And trust. And I'm sealing that in. I talked about the smell and taste earlier, but I didn't do a healing. This is where I do the healing for smell and taste. This is for anybody that has COVID, experienced it, or going through the after effects. And a lot of you still have that, even though very possibly some of you might have even gotten COVID back in March or April and still have a little bit of that left over lingering. So what I do is when I do COVID, people that have had COVID, I put to the whole body. I put your whole body. I put your whole body in my hand like this. Okay? That's what I do when I send for something like COVID, because it can affect your whole body. Of course it can. That's the whole idea. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. I'm putting, if you asking for this healing, I'm putting your whole body in my hand. I can feel the heat now. I'm going to leave it for a little while. This is for, you know, especially for the taste and smell, but any other kind of after effects or any kind of anything. Okay, there you are. I'm sealing it. I'm back. I'm coming back because I always do this when I'm going to do the full body. That's for all of us. All of us. If, everybody has something wrong, different with them. Could be emotional, mental. But this here is for the physical. I did the emotional and mental before. You know, pulled out the fear and the anxiety and all that stuff. Okay, that has to be done first. Get rid of that stuff before we can do a physical healing. I am going to start up here. This is the crown. I don't actually touch your head. I just stay above. You don't have to touch a person. And then I'm going to scan down the body, and I'll tell you where I am. And I'll let you know when I'm finished. Okay. I have my hand on the top of your crown, and I'm sending Reiki to you. That's energy. Universal life force energy. That's what Reiki means, based on unconditional love. Now I'm moving down to your forehead, your third eye. Going down your face to your eyes, nose, mouth, chin, down to your throat. That's a chakra, the throat, where you speak your truth. Moving down to the thymus, just below that and above the heart. Going down to the heart. Focus on any place that you have any kind of difficulty. Good if you keep your hand on your heart, because you'll be in the spirit world. I want you in the spirit world. That's one of the reasons I relax you. Always ask for what you want. Going down to your solar plexus, that's right below your heart, above your navel. That's where you have your will, your own personal will. And go down below your navel to your sacral. That's where you have your sexual energy. Below that is your root, just down around the bottom of your spine, genitals. Now I've done the 7 major chakras, or energy centers. Now I'm putting my hands on your thighs, my left hand on your left thigh, my right hand on your right thigh. See if you can feel the heat. Going down to your knees. Your calves. Your ankles. Going around to the back, down to your heels. Left hand on your left heel, my right hand on your right heel. Going down. Under your foot. To the bottom of your feet. And your toes. Now I'm turning you around. I'm in the back. I'm putting my hands on your hips. My left hand on your left hip. My right hand on your right hip. Now I'm moving my hands in. I'm putting my thumbs on the base of your spine, and the palms of my hands are spread out. They're going to be doing your whole back on the way up. With the bottom of your spine, I'm going up slowly. Small of your back. Going up to your shoulder blades. Spreading out. Putting my hands over the top of your shoulders. I'm going from your neck, left to right, left and right. Okay, my hands going on my left to your left rotator cuff, my right hand on your right rotator cuff. Going down your arms. To your wrists. Your elbows first. And down to your wrists. palms of your hands, fingers. Now I'm going up to the back of your neck, working my hands up your head until I get level with your ears. My left hand's going on your left ear, my right hand's going on your right ear. If you have tinnitus, a hearing deficit, earaches, anything of that sort, anything in between. Okay, and I put my right hand on the top of your head and I've gone full cycle. Now we give thanks to the universe, to our God, to the angels and archangels for help with this healing. Then we have to let go and let God. Now, I want to kind of make sure I remind you that if you get run over by a truck, don't come to me. That we have doctors and nurses for all of these things, you know. I mean, if you're sick, I don't make any promises. Remember, you have your medical professionals that you need to be sure to go to, and you need to go to them. I went to a acupuncturist once, and she said a man came in that definitely needed to be in the hospital. And he thought that she was going to cure him or something. She says that she told him that she wasn't the place to be. So people do forget. I do. In fact, I forget to remind you of that, and I really should not do that. Okay, I'm giving to my special people. Remember, you can request to be on this list. Oma. I start with Oma. Almost blind Beth. Stroke victim Connie. Missy. Stacy. Charlie. Buddy. Linda. Benji. Silas. Sandy, Harry, Jamie, Kit, and a special for John, who's going in for surgery tomorrow. Okay, both he and Kit need some special energy here. Jenny and Levi, Henry, Eric, Rhonda, Gail, Peter, you're Peter Jocelyn, Matt, Jeannie, Nancy H, Jean W.H, Joey W, the session is pretty much finished. Remember, I make no promises or guarantees because it depends a lot on you. Your mental and emotional well-being, how open you are to things. I think I covered about everything. You might wonder where I get all my information. It isn't all Reiki information, although it all fits together. And what I'm really doing here is I'm giving you Reiki. I'm doing Reiki for people, but I'm also trying to educate you on ways you can prevent getting sick. That is why I do these little sermons, I call them, is because if you really work at it, you can sort of have a healthy life, and I like to see that happen. My source is the Course in Miracles has been the one that where I learned the term, the world of love and the world of fear. But I learned from Joseph Campbell in the Power of Myth, and it's like one of my favorite go-to places. You know, he called it the field of time and the field of eternity, or I think he even referred to it as pure consciousness when he's talking about the field of love. They all talk about the same thing. If you happen to be a fan of Abraham Hicks, she talks about the vortex. The vortex is the field of love, and the contrast is the field of fear. But she's really good. You can substitute words that I use. Go there and listen to her, and substitute the words if it helps. When she says the vortex, think of, I call it God's country. You go to the field of love, you can get anything that you ask for. And she says things like, forget about it. You know, when you ask for money in her, like she tells you how to ask for money. She says, don't notice that you don't have money. Well, that's the same thing as saying, let go and let God. In my book, that's the way I see it. I recommend people to watch her, if you don't already. Her, Esther Hicks, as far as I'm concerned, is really good at what she does, and she is channeling, and she's, as far as I'm concerned, she's about as authentic as you're going to get. All right, so I did want to get that in there in case you all wondered how I felt about that. If I'm helping people individually, I find out whether or not they're interested in Abraham Hicks a lot of times, and that helps me to help them a lot. So anyway, I think it is time for me to close. I'm awfully glad you came. I wonder, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go over here in... See if I can see this. I'm on. I want to see if I can. Hello. It's not going to do what I want it to right off because I'm doing a live video. I want to see if I can find. Here it is, right here, live. I want to see if there's anything. Somebody, Jocelyn says thank you. Patty, hi Patty. Hey, yeah. How's your husband? Freya, hi Freya. And I get a lot of stars from Freya. Okay, so I'm gonna push in here too. Shayla's saying good evening. Josh is watching. Doesn't see much going on here at all. So anyway, I'm gonna call it quits. This says 14 people watching, but it doesn't show. I couldn't prove. You couldn't prove it by me. So anyway, I'm closing up, and I will be here Thursday night, same time. Bye bye.